Stephen Merchant brings us a new comedy drama series. It's called The Outlaws. It's on BBC One on the 25th of October at 9 p.m. And this is, I mean, really your baby. I mean, you wrote it, you directed it, you're in it, your hometown. Tell us about it.
Yes, that's right. Yes, it's a show. It's a sort of a comedy drama thriller set in Bristol. Yes, no, you're right to cheer.
I'm calling that a cheer.
You're right. Could you beef that up in the? Well, people don't think naturally. I think of Bristol as a sort of place for sort of crime and you know and stuff. But we were in 2019, and these guys may know, we were voted the cocaine capital of Europe.
Oh wow!
Which we're very proud of. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we are. We're.
Is that on a sign as you come in?
That's right. Yeah. No, well, that's exactly. Yeah, we're famous for three things: crack and Wallace and Gromit. Anyway, so there was always like a crime underbelly when I was growing up in Bristol, and my mum was involved with community service. You know, if you get a drink driving charge or some minor crime, you have to do community service. My mum wasn't a criminal. Well, I think she stole some of those pencils from Argos, but that was it. But she sort of would mind these offenders and sort of look after them and supervise them. And I always thought that was an interesting area for a TV show because you have the most unlikely groups of people coming together that wouldn't normally meet each other. So, you know, she would tell me about people that would come through her door, and I remember there was an old man that used to steal cabbages from allotments, and he would always get caught, and he would keep coming back, you know, year after year, and clearly it doesn't work, because he would always be, you know, always doing crimes again, and she figured out eventually that he was just lonely, and he didn't have sort of friends and family, so he was sort of stealing to sort of enjoy the community service experience. So there'd be sort of someone like him, like an old guy like him, and then there was I'm not joking, there was a kid I went to school with. We'll call him Dave. And he was coming through the doors constantly, and he'd come in and he'd say, "Hello, Mrs. Merchant. You know, how's Stephen doing? Oh, he's doing his A-levels. What have you been up to, Dave? Oh, you know, I was just trying to chip a Banksy off the wall, and they arrested me, and I'm doing 120 hours." And he was. I remember I would talk to him, and he was the worst. He was the laziest criminal I've ever heard of. He once broke into a house, and he was stealing the TV. And the homeowners came back and they went, "Dave, what are you doing?" And he went, "I'm not Dave." And they went, "Yeah, you are. You live next door." He was breaking into his own neighbour's house. I mean, at least go one road over. So my mum would tell me about these groups of people, and I just thought it was such an unusual... Like, imagine if the old guy with the cabbages and him were, like, talking and what that would be like. And then I thought, well, they're already criminals, so we could have a kind of thriller story to it. And so we sort of combined that together. And I think, hopefully, it's quite a sort of entertaining, you know, mixture of sort of humour and drama and thriller.